Hello, hello, hello. Ramaspril, Martin, Mesosan. What is happening? How is everybody doing? And with Lucas, Adamans, my animal house. Welcome, welcome. Good afternoon. Well, it's evening here. Hello, our ants. Here it's 8 in the evening. Colorful ants. Let's see if we can get these diversas moving a little bit. Yeah, I had a good vacation. 1 day, 1 week with the family. It was very nice. Hi, Ants Life. There he is, people. Tuga Ants. Good to see you again, Tuga. Hey, Mobubka. Hey, Antic. Lucas Ants. I've got my Tukui Nico. But Gus from EA gave me tips on how they're recovering. Cool. We got a little trail going. You see it, guys? I put some sugar water in the other outworld. How is the single Carabera doing? Well, we have to check in a little bit. Yo, JQ, what's up? Well, we just started, so let's give these girls some red runners. But as you can see in the outworld, they still have quite a couple because I came back on Friday and I fed them right away, but I fed them a lot because I was away for a little bit. Can you show the nest? Yes, I can in a bit, but first I'm going to feed them a little. The colony is growing again, which is really nice. So the numbers are going up again, which means they need more protein. And now you can see that there's already more movement in the outworld. Hey, Void Ants, what's up? My monomorium minimum have grown so much from 8 works to 350. Nice. Let's check out the nest. They also have quite a lot of brood in the feeding corridor, which is fine. If they are happy, I'm happy. Yep. Add a nest soon. It's on the list. By the way, guys, check a dead larvae over there. That's one heck of a major. Big larvae over there. It's diversa, JQ. Caribera diversa. I'm really happy with the progress that they are making. And we need to figure out what kind of nest we're gonna add. Okay, guys, let's go in. We got a couple of ants to go. Let's start off with our Harpagnathus venator. Any tips for Tetramorium? Watch the care guide. You can find the Tetramorium by Carrying Adam Care Guide on the channel. And be sure that you have a good barrier. But then again, that's something that you should look out, take care of with all your ants. Tell me the best tips for Polydula. They are small. Still a lot of live red runners in there. Let's water the outworld a little bit. Somebody told me you plan on adding cork inlet soon. Yes, we are. I need to test them, but I have a candidate that will be moving into one of these corks nest this week. Nice, Rammerspril. I had my Paladula in a small setup for a while. Check out thecraftingant.com. I hope you're buying the cork from Portugal. I'm not sure where it's coming from, Tuga. Okay, let's peek in the nest. And the numbers have grown quite a lot. Nice. Let's get some water in there. Ladies and gentlemen, Antimatters has entered the building. Subject: saving my digital footprint. I have a couple of people that are helping me with testing, so thanks for the offer. I hope to be adding them soon to the web shop. The testing won't be very long because it's the same. Well, it's the housing of the wooden nest, which is already tested. So will most ants destroy this cork? Yes, but that happens to a lot of cork. So, yeah. You can send me a small nest. Well, Voidant, keep growing and I will. Hey guys, it's Little Billy Bugs. On to the next. Yeah. Do you plan on making core inlets for the bigger ones too? Yes. For now, it's going to be the small, medium, and large. And then I need to see if I can get it for the XL as well. But it's all work in progress. But I'm doing a lot of them at the same time. The biggest project at the moment is the Weaver setup, which is almost finished. So they also should be moving in this week. Is it difficult to do a live stream like this? No, just prepare. So let's see. This is a very special tower, Mr. Tuga. A very special tower. Let's start at the bottom. At the bottom, we have a very nice Camponotus nicobarensis. I think I know someone that would like this one. I forgot to send you the link, Billy. This is a one queen, yeah. Remind me after the stream. Send me a DM in Discord. Well, it's one of those things that I kind of forget. So sending me a DM is never a wrong idea. A lot of questions. Whoa. Antimatters will be the bottom of this. I love the towers. Thank you. Do you feed your ants only on Sunday? Depends on the species. Most of them I feed 2 times a week, Wednesday and Sunday. But like the diversa and the leafcutters, I feed daily. It's been ages. True. She's doing better than my 6 queen. Well, I've got to show you my 5 queen in a little bit. Hi, Ant King. What's up? Okay. So this colony will be leaving our channel together with this colony. Hey, Civic Tuner. This colony will also be leaving our channel. Do you water the nest every day? No, depending on the species, normally once or twice a week. Eric. So these still have seeds, not much to do there. And then what do we have here? A split off of the tetranators. Ooh, they are going for the cotton. Nice. So, another one. Let's get a feeding dish ready for these girls. Well, Tuga, this one's getting your way. No, this is Tetramorium bicarionatum loons. Tetramorium bicarionatum. This is a split off of the Tetranatus. Okay. Let's check out what we still have in the other tower. Empty screen. Sorry. So, for the Manica Rubida challenge, where is our queen? Well, that's sad. That means one of our Manica Rubida queens is out of the run. That's sad. Bye-bye. Okay. What do we have here? Another Tetramorium. Oh, the queen right in front. With beta queens is always a little bit of a gamble when, especially at the start. So she already was a little bit behind on the other queen. So yeah, it happens. That's the thing with Tetramorium. There's always more. There we go. Yeah, I see 5 or 6 queens. Quite a few. Okay, on to the next. What do we have here? Are you cleaning the smileys or do you just reprint? I throw them in a big tub with warm water and vinegar. I got that from Tuga Ants. By the way, guys, Ants is back. Check out his channel. It's in the description as well. But warm water and vinegar. So this is our denticulata. But sadly, this tube is very dirty. Oh, there we go. We got some eggs. But I do feel that I need to give her a new tube, but should I give her a new tube? Let's do it. For who don't know, this is the Flex Starter. And this is on 1H, which means one connector. But you can add an extra tube right there. So let's fix that. So you got an extra tube. Of course, you gotta put some water in there. Yeah, it's a printed tube cover that fits all standard sizes. Where is my cotton? There it is. Can we see the Diversa nest? Yes, in a second. Nah, you don't need to. You can just go to the craftingant.com. So, there you go. You just... Oh. So, you take out the small plug and just put the tube over the CPU connector and you're done. And then you can choose, what do? You can leave her in the light or give her double tubes. Let's read some comments. What is your biggest colony, if I can ask? My leaf cutters. I'll show them in a bit. Will you design your nest that can be stacked on top of each other to save space? Yes and no. I don't get the point of stacking nests because you are not able to see your bottom nest anymore. Can you stack nests? Yes, you can put them on different shelves and use tubing. So, yeah. I think it's his Tetronatus. Nope, it's the leaf cutters, the gardeners. I'll show them when I'm finished with this Viv. And we are halfway with this Viv. So, let's put you guys back to the Diversa. Well, I put the towers back. Yeah, I had the denticulata before and I gave them away. And then I saw them in a shop, a queen, and was like, meh. Okay, we gotta do it. So I bought them again. What is your smallest species size of ants? That's probably the Monomorium sapacum. That will be in the stream later on. How long do you think you can hold your hand in there? Very long. They can bite, but they can't sting. If you're talking about the Diversa, at least. There are quite a few ants in here. Holy smokes. But guys, look at this. That's some serious brood. These are Camponotus SP. They were sold to me as irritants, but it's very hard to get the right species. So we are just calling them Camponotus SP. But they have a huge sugar response. Check this out. The smiley awaits. As soon as they drop the right pheromone, they're gonna go nuts. I just saw something weird. They have just taken over one of the plastic trees in the back. Check this out. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the tree is full of ants. can just see their gases grow. Damn, it's getting hot in here. By the way, guys, how is the music volume in the background? Is it good? Nice. This is one of the most stable colonies that we have. And these one need a nest as well. So I made a list on what I need to upgrade. Weaver, Diversa, Rita, which is this colony, Scutularis, Cruentatus, Nicobarensis. And the Nicobarensis are scary at the moment. Well, here it's last year's Niger time. And last year's Flavus, by the way. Was just editing a Flavus gear guide. Nice. They're so cool. Okay, on to the next. As you can see, there are some parts of red runners there. I fed them some red runners in the background. Loads of Amaratus and Niger, not Flavus. Roger that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, get your sunglasses out. Be ready, or it will burn your eyes. My daughter's setup. Our Lasius Niger. As you can see, the whole floor is filled with brood. Now that's pink. Yep. And as we all know, we also got to feed the unicorn. So this is my daughter's last year's Niger, which she takes care of on Wednesday, and I do it on Sunday. Just a smiley tray, bit of sugar water. They're ready to go. You only water one side of the nest, depending on the species, yes. Because this is an old white tongue insert, and you can see it at the bottom already that it's maybe even already too wet. Since they are running up the hill with the with the brood, which is fine because they have a lot of space on the sides as well. But that's a common thing with white tongue. It disperses the water really fast. Gypsum is way slower. It's one of the reasons I prefer gypsum. Okay, on to the next. And I was counting, and this is actually the one that I'm getting now is my oldest colony. It's not my biggest, it's not my fastest growing one, but I do really like it. Our Camponotus vagus. And she has some eggs. Holy smokes, she has some eggs. In Michigan, I found a Camponotus near set for more immigrants. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, where is Beasley? There she is. Our fully black queen. Yo, guys, it's the Ant Podcast. If you want to listen to a cool podcast, check out the Ant Podcast. It's guides, it's fun facts, it's shop reviews, all of the good stuff. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna prepare them a plate of food real quick. This afternoon I had some spare time. I was watching Formula One and I tried to clean my desk. Still failed, but it's a lot better than it was. Yum. Smiley. How small she is. The queen is actually quite big. She's not the biggest queen we have, but big enough. It's just funny to see. They have like a running circle. Yum, yum, yum. What sand do you use for the outworld? The sand that I use, it is actually red sand, but there's gypsum under it. Because I had too many bad experience with ants digging themselves in and making a mess. Oh, thanks, Tigo. Okay, it is time for the leaf cutters, but there is something not to worry about, but it's different than before. Because, well, here we start. We have a piece of the tubing. I changed out this Outworld before I went on a holiday. This is 1 week of trash. 1 week of trash. And you think that's a lot. Well, this pod is still full ish. But this pod is almost empty. And this pod is almost empty. But it is clean. All the old fungus is gone. They are rebuilding it very fast. But there was a big die-off in the fungus. It had two reasons. There was way too much brood. And of course, I went on a vacation. So I went back one day. So they had 4 days without fresh leaves for 2 times. Which they didn't really like, but it's going better. So we're going up. And as you can see, they are still building fungus everywhere. Just storing some workers. And you can see that they have been cutting a lot. And they are all transporting this back to the nest. As you can see, I give them rose petals, tons of bramble leaves. There's some more fungus here. But one of the other problems was that they started building fungus again in the Outworld. You can still see it here a little. But the last few days, it's been raining here a little bit, so the temperature dropped. And all of a sudden, they are running all the fungus back into the Viv, which is where I would like them to put it. So, yeah. I do need to somehow clean this Outworld. Not sure how I'm going to do that. But hey, that's ant life. Yeah, let's fly back. Oh, antimatter plug. Still one of the most aesthetically pleasing nests. Yeah. So there we go. 1 Viv done. Let's get on to the next one. Shall we start with a problem colony? I am not sure what is happening. This is my problem colony in a good way. Check this out. It is my 5 queen Nicobarensis. There's one over there, one over there, one over there. Oh, there's even one in the Outworld. Damn. These really need an upgrade. Just a little bit of brood outside of the nest. Luckily, they still have water, so that's good. But there's another problem. Oh, let's give them some water. There's another problem. They were really small before. What did I forget to do? I'm preparing something, Tuga. What did I forget to do? There's no barrier. And these are some fast buggers. What is the epic news? Well, the epic news is that Tuga Ants is making videos again. Some of you may know Tuga Ants. Some of you might not. Tuga Ants was... well, we started ant keeping starting on YouTube about the same time. And we did a couple of challenges, and we joined a lot of Ant Holliver streams and stuff like that. And we became friends outside of ant keeping. And then yesterday I get a message on my phone, Nick, I'm getting back into ant keeping. And I was really excited about that. Where did the music go? You don't want me singing. Shovel, repeat, go. Well, Tuga, it gets even better, as I said before today. Tuga was actually the person that said to me, dude, you need to start a shop. So thecraftingant.com is, well, it's all Tuga's fault. And I'm thankful that he made me do it. Okay, I'm just gonna put it on top because, oh crap. Get over here. Gotcha. That was quick enough. Nice, we got 35 people in the stream. Thank you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out Tuga Ants. Check out the Ant Podcast. It's a lot of people that also make these things possible. Look at the response on the sugar water. Why is the light so bad? Hello, light. Hello. Hello. Holy smokes. Okay. There's a pile of ants. And apparently, they like the sugar water. Holy smokes. That's some response, guys. I want to see if I can move the feeder a little bit because there were some stuck under it. That's better. Thank you, Martin. All good. How many ants does my Chromagastor scutulatus need to give them a little nest? Chromagastor scutulatus are a species that can thrive almost everywhere. So, for a small teardrop nest, 50 workers, you can start adding them in there. But if you keep them a little bit longer in the tube, it's fine. You have to watch out. Mostly the nest is not the problem. The feeding area is the problem. So having an outworld with a possibility to expand is probably more important than a nest. Okay, on to the next one. Little, can you put your hand next to the Versa as a skill? Rip. Okay, so this is a large outworld. I have pretty large hands. Can I show you in a different way? Tweezers. I don't know. Yeah, this is my hand. Escapee by the Diversa. The tiny buggers. I still need to upgrade this outworld. I don't see it though. Can you put your hide inside the outworld? I can, but I won't. You have Chromatogaster as well. Yes, they were the thumbnail. I'll show you in a second. Maybe gone under? Yeah, well. We'll see her a little bit later then. This one's for you, little Billy Bug. Lasius flavus. It used to be a 2-queen colony since about 6 weeks ago, when I found one of the queens disassembled. It's a very underrated species. They live in the grass in my backyard. You never see them except for nuptial flights. They'll start building towers in the sand, and then all of a sudden there's orange ants running around. But in this setup, they are always active. I mean, there they are. And in the outworld, there's some orange sand on the bottom. But when you pause the screen for a little bit, they're everywhere. TCA, are you ever going to buy Campanota this color? I had quite a few Campanotuses already. So I'm looking for some other species, probably before I buy more Campanotus. For your nest that needs substrate, do you just mix sands with cocoa peat? Yes. Depending on the species, I try to get a color that stands out against the ant. So if you're black ant, you take white sand or red sand. If you have an orange ant, try to take white sand with cocoa peat so that it mixes up a little bit. What's the sand mix? This is not a sand mix. This is gypsum with red sand. So it's hard. Gypsum with red sand. If you look at the Diversa video, you can see that I'm actually pouring the gypsum. And I mix some red sand into the gypsum, but also pour a lot of sand over the gypsum, and then I just brush it off with a paintbrush, and the top layer just sticks. But as you can see, they are drinking sugar water because I had some people here this afternoon, and the kid wanted to feed some of my ants, and well, they ended up feeding these cuties. Hello, Helen Stick. Probably not, but okay. Okay, on to the next. So we were talking about the smallest ant species that I have, and that probably is this one. It is Monomorium supacum. And to be honest, they are for sale. So if you're in the Netherlands, they are pickup only, but they are for sale. Why are they pickup only? I'm not able to get them back in a tube and send them to someone. And these cannot be shipped inside of a nest. So, pickup only, but they are for sale in the Netherlands. You can find them on Marketplace. I think I asked €60, including the setup. Bye, Rammersbril. And how many workers can they make a major? Really depends. Depends on how much protein you give them and stuff like that. So, on my way. Well, come get them. How large are these workers in millimeters? 2, 2.5 max. They're tiny. I mean, soft tweezers. The tip of the soft tweezers is about 2 millimeters. So, yeah, around 2 millimeters. Guess my next trip is Holland. Well, I can tell you one thing. These are buggers. Just, I cleaned their outworld, and it's already a mess again. So I am going to add a new smiley tray because I'm not grabbing one out of there. They like sugar water. That's a very cool thing. Tsuga, I can't wait to show you the Metallicas. Well, and the Green Weavers. And the Texas Bullet Ants. Do you still have a Manica? I don't have Ruby anymore. But I do have another Manica Queen that we're gonna check out in a little. After seeing the Flavas, I added the American version to my cart. Sorry, loons. Last year's Flavas is just epic. Okay, time to do some setup shovels. How do you make the gypsum mold for the nest? Well, I can't tell you all the secrets, of course. Let's make some space. Holy smokes, we have some cleaning to do. Fire ants? No, not fire ants. Oh my god. The merchants of death. Do you have plans for creating one series of specialized nests for certain types? I'd say honeypots. Yes, honeypots nest is in the making. Sadly, when I was making them, I bought a couple of honeypots, and they passed away before they could test the nest. So I was a bit annoyed by that. And at the same time, I did have a green weaver, so I kept on going with the green weaver setup. So is there a honeypot nest coming? Yes. Soon. First green weaver and large outworld. And I hate this bottle. It just goes everywhere. Green, yes, we have Schmaragdina. I'm gonna show you an epic setup, dude. I'm gonna show you an epic setup in a little bit. So these are our Texas bullet ants, and they are very messy at the moment. But I need to make some space first, so I am going to put the Diversa back in the Viv. But the setup is so big that I need to move the camera stand for a second. And while we do that, I am going to show you guys some cigars. Oh. How does the queen look from the Texas bullet ants? She is just a little bit bigger. And that's the only thing different. So she is very hard to find in this setup. I can give it a go for a second, but okay, let's see if we can find her. A lot of times she's just hiding somewhere. Some cool Traphylaxis going on over there. So they actually make a droplet inside their mouth, inside their jaws. Because they don't have a real social stomach, they just bring food and water inside by making droplets in their mouth. Aren't these like the strongest queen? What's it called? This is Neopanera filosa. And I think you might be it is not Parapanera clavata, which has the most painful sting. Gypsum is Gips civic tuner. Gips. The insert is gypsum. Yeah, we got a couple. But we have some cleaning to do because they are actually making a mess in the outworld. So first I want to move this one. That's good. That worked. Now I'm going to get the big shovel out. And we're going to do some scooping. Come on, guys. Why are you biting the shovel? Look at this dude. Tap, tap. Okay, we need to get a brush as well. So, large shovel, small brush. Epic combo. Gotta love your gardening set. Why are you all grabbing them today? Check this out. Come on. Do I really need to get the tweezers out? can sting all you want. It's plastic. Okay, so these ants take live prey, but I have a problem. I don't have a lot of live prey because I wasn't able to get any new live prey when I got back from my holiday. So I have a few crickets and some small red runners. Let's see. So, warning, live feeding happening right now. The cricket just jumped in there itself. Bad idea, dude. Why is the lighting so bad today? We got some small red runners. Let's go, boys. Yum. Hey, Lindsay, watching in Spain. Oh, they got him. Oh, you missed the Nikos. I can get them back a little bit later, Lindsay. They have exploded. Yeah, that cricket is done. Hey, Rachel! You were rooting for him. He was kind of outnumbered. Quickly shovel some more stuff out of there, since they are still very occupied with fighting. He's just taking a nap. What movie is that again about the video guy? Is it just Guy? He was called Guy, but I love that movie. It was epic. He's just taking a nap. Yes, Neo Panera Filosa, aka the Cigar Factory, aka the Merchants of Death. And yes, they were giving to me to buy the Ant Merchant when I had 1,000 subscribers. So that was an epic gift. Hey, Sadie! Metallica's next? Yeah, we should, shouldn't we? They are really pretty. Rachel, check this out. We got some cigars. So they're in a large nest with a nice population. Okay. Yeah, it is. It was Stein's private collection, and he lent me the colony for content. And when I hit 1,000 subscribers, he said, "You can keep them, but you can never sell them. Then you have to give them back to me." So yeah, they are really pretty. They have like a golden, and they're quite big. They're around 12 to 15 millimeters. I've heard that they have quite a painful sting, but I've been safe until now. But they are really, they're also called hairy panther ants. When will you start selling the Excelnus with a wood filling? That's a good question. The thing is, the wood that I use is hardwood, and it's one big piece. But it's really hard to get a nicely dried hardwood piece that nice that isn't glued. So I'm working with my dad. That he works at a window factory, and we're trying to get the right wood, and then I will be able to make wooden inserts for the Excel nest. But I wanted to be sure that it's not warping or anything like that. So it needs to be really nicely dried wood. Else I'm gonna, yeah, I don't want to sell stuff that's not good. The Americans call them Texas bullet ants. Yeah, but that's always a discussion because they're not real bullet ants. Tsuga, you gotta check these ones out. They are small, but damn, they are pretty. Retito Panera Metallica. Look at those colors. I don't want to use oak. They are so cool. Do you have Carabara ant species? Yes, I took them away, took them out of the background like 5 minutes ago, but I can show you them in a sec if you want. Okay, let's get some fruit flies in here. Did you put the substrate in the nest before moving them in? Yes. Yes, I did. Fruit flies. So these ones are really tiny. I would say max 4 millimeters. But they are pretty and they hunt. And a very, very epic thing about them is they cannot climb acrylic. You don't need a barrier. Ooh, and do they need it when they're in a founding tube? They need a little bit of substrate. Do they have majors? No. I know that oak wood would work, but I was using, I think it was called Maranti. Please measure soon. I will. What's the queen size? A little bit bigger than the rest. She is hiding at the moment. I think she goes up to 6 millimeters. These are called Retito Panera Metallicas. How to speed up my Carabera diversa growth. Feed them a lot. And the right temperature though. There's a care guide. Well, I still need to make a care guide, but yeah. Yeah, they are really pretty. And I made this nest especially for them with the metallic green because it's just the same as their backs. What temperature? 24 to 28 degrees Celsius for diversa. Well, for most ants, if you're between 24 and 28, you're safe. Okay, on to the next. Oh yeah, let's quickly hop to the diversa for a second because they are right here. So they are swarming the nest and putting all the junk on there, or the feeding tray. But this is our diversa. So we have 2 large outworlds. And then we have 2 double medium nests. And apprentice. So yeah, diversa. What is your favorite species? I get that question a lot and I cannot give you an answer because there are too many different ants. So for looks, why is there a fruit fly on the outside? For looks, Metallicas have beautiful color. For behavior, the leaf cutters are really beautiful, but so are harps. For hunting, I love the new Panera. So it's really, really hard to tell you what is my favorite species. I can't decide. So let's grab another colony that a lot of people don't like, but I do. Well, there's also a lot of people that do like it, though. You want to talk about fast growing. You want to talk about being messy. Check out Tetramorium by Carinatum. Can you show your setup far away? I just want to see how they are stacked. My nests aren't stacked. Well, I made myself a vivarium. And they are in that cabinet. I have some news. I need to switch on my air conditioning unit in a few minutes. So there will be some background noise. You miss your ants. Well, Ants Apprentice, so did Tuga. And he's back. You should get back in ant keeping. It sometimes is stressing, but it's also stress relieving. Until you need to clean the outworld from Tetramorium by Carinatum. Why the hell did we have such a big die-off? That's not good. Guys. Yeah, tetras are very messy. I'm not gonna help them too much. Why? Well, more on that later. What? Okay. So, sugar water in there. Now get some red runners. Just look at them. Well, the tetras are doing good. At that point, connect the new outworld. You mean a large outworld? It's already printed. I just need to connect it. But then again, I need to connect a lot more still. Looks like there is less the last time that there was more. It always goes up and down a little bit with tetras. I'm not too worried. There's still a lot of queens. Okay, on to the next. So, these girls are not listening. This is our Pseudocolobopsis in a completely empty tube. But move into the nest? No. Did you do the harps already? Yes, I did them at the beginning of the stream. But I can grab them again later. I need to switch on the air conditioning, by the way, guys. It's temperature is rising way too fast now. Whoosh. Let me at least put the... Okay. Can you guys still hear me? Too early to move them to a new nest? Well, the tube is completely dry. So, yeah. Should be right, but... Could you show the queen pod for a minute? I'm excited. A queen pod. What do you mean with a queen pod? You mean a queen tube room? You mean a queen tube room? Well, this is a queen tube room, but I was trying to get them out with the light. But this is a queen tube room. So you can look inside the nest through the red lid, or just slide it off and check out the whole tube. And I was trying to get these girls moving with some light. That's why I didn't have the cover on or the lid. But yeah, this is a queen tube room set. But I added a double drinker and a nest already because I wanted them to move. And then when they move out of the nest, you can just bolt it off, put another blind here, and you have a small setup like this. And then you can just add an outworld and you have a small setup. Just got the mages of this Pseudocolobopsis. The head looks exactly like the queen's. I think it's Camponotus orthophylatus. Okay, cool. Did you also get them from Ilias, Young? Okay, on to the next. Should we do the green weavers? Because then, of course, I need to show the whole setup. The green weavers. So, fun thing that a lot of people already know about green weavers. Only the queen is green. The gasters can turn a little bit green, but mostly they are orange-brown. And they can use the silk of their workers to make nests. So, do we have a nest for it? Well, for now, I put them like this. So, let's give them some fruit flies. They love fruit flies. They love fruit flies. They love red runners. And they also like sugar. Scutellarius next? Sure. But, Tuga, you still there? For the green weavers, I have been building. I have been designing. I've been scheming. And this week, they are going to move into this setup. Hey, Spider. They are going to move into this setup. So in the background, the tubes are on the outside. You can take the tubes out. You can start with one tube and just plug it. You can put more tubes if you want. You got the leaves, and the leaves are flexible. They can use the leaves to weave. Then you got all kinds of plateaus where you can put food on. You got all kinds of hooks, or eyes as you can call them, where you can put ropes that they can climb around, even on a tree. So yeah, a lot of ventilation, a really big opening. I mean, it's bigger than my hand, so that it's easy to maintain the nest. How much colonies of ants do you have? Around 35 at the moment. Yes, it's more again, because I caught a couple of queens. But we have 26 species. But yeah, this is going to be the new weaver setup. Thanks, Ed Podcast. Guys, check out the End Podcast. It's fun. Care guides, shop info, all kinds of stuff. It is 30 by 30 by 36. Okay, Chromatogastros scutularis coming up. And yes, this is another species that needs an upgrade. Because, well, we've got brood in the double drinker. No, it's not Facilia Tuga. This is the testing phase. But luckily, they moved into the tube. Look at the amount of brood. So these girls are actually going to test the cork nest. But looking at them, I'm wondering, should I give them a small nest or should I already give them a medium if I see how much brood is inside the tube? What do you guys think? Medium or small? You love Mesobarbarus. Well, the next colony will be Mesobarbarus. Try too small. Yeah, I could put one here, move them, connect another one. But I kind of also want to give them a medium outworld. Just to, yeah, clean everything up. Okay. Let's make them a smiley tray. They have crossed the barrier, so I am just going to drop an extra smiley in there. It's something that they are known for, the little buggers. They love to crawl to places where they don't belong. So, yeah. Bye, spiders. Amber! It's been a while. You're going to watch a movie. Well, have fun. Okay. They have their food. On to the next one. Let's get the Mesobarbarus out. So, Mesobarbarus. Almost all of my colonies have died recently. What happened? Okay, Mesobarbarus. Big major running there with her brown head. Enough water. Poop on the outworld. It's Messerol, right? So, the old nest, completely filled with seeds. Doing epic. The nest. Brood. Yeah, Mesobarbarus. There we go. Are they running with ant bread? Oh no, it's workers. Oh. A bit too much water, guys. Let's see how the gypsum takes it. So, Mesobarbarus. And the outworld is a complete mess. So, I might also need to give these girls a bigger outworld. Let's see if we can grab some of the junk out there. Well, the heat waves is a big problem. You cleaning normally shouldn't be too stressful for them. Come on, guys. Got a couple of workers in there. Nice. Only your messes remain. Ah, that's sad. Sorry for you. Ah, the queen. Damn. She pretty. She very pretty. I used Wakati filter nest and I was replacing the tubes, which stressed them out a lot. Well, Mesobarbaras are stressed a lot, but they should be fine though. Or what species was it in the Saturn? Hello from Russia. Nice Mesobarbaras colony. Thank you. Welcome. Let's go on to the next colony. Okay. Let's see how our Diversa queen is doing. Wow. Hey, Orca. Yep, I'm back. All of my colonies were in Saturns and one in a Venus. Okay. Yeah, I'm back, Orca. Had a great holiday, but couldn't leave you guys for too long. It was epic. Had a really nice time with the family. Nice. Where did you buy this queen? I bought the queen from the ant merchant. So, Tuga, you asked me if I had any Manica rubida. Yes. This year's colony. Oh, they cleaned out the whole nest. There was sand in there. And it's all gone. I'm not sure, Tuga. He's on Instagram. The Ant Merchants. Manica rubida. Let's get them some food as well. So, at first they were in a tube. the small one, same as the other one was in. But then they moved them to over there. Have you ever bought from Answer Us? Nope. Do you maybe know when Carabata is going to be in stock again? No, you can message the Ant Merchant on Instagram, and then he can give you an answer. I don't know when they're going to be back in stock again. Damn, they're looking good. Nice. Sadie, are you still there? What are the Cruentatus doing? They're brute there. Well, maybe the nest is too small. What nest would you recommend for Fadoli Noda? Depending on the size, I had a Noda in a medium for a very long time. They need an upgrade, Sadie. I know. So this is Queen Sadie. She's right over there. Our Cruentatus queen. I got rid of my Cruentatus, and then Sadie was like, you can't do that. You need one. So yeah, they're going to need an upgrade to a medium setup. Will you freeze the Nodas? The Nodas are already gone. I mean like acrylic or white tongue. What? Gypsum. Never acrylic. Never acrylic. You just missed her, Koa. She's doing good. Okay, let's prepare some food for these lovely ladies. Yeah. Outworld time. Come on. There we go. Okay, wait. People need to stop naming their aunt Sadie. What should I call her then? PJ has Messes called Sadie, and Rach has Tetramorium called Sadie, and Yoku and Todd's called Sadie. Who else is called Sadie then? Oh, wait, you are. They are in a Wakushi Saturn nest. Well, they need a new nest with a question mark. Is that a question? Do they need a new nest? If the nest is too small, yes. Queen Sadie of Lasius. You called it upon yourself, Sadie. But Orca, for notice, I would for none of the species would I go for acrylic. With the sponge setups, I really just don't like them. And then if you have to choose for gypsum or white tongue, I would go for gypsum. White tongue just has a lot of small holes which the Nodas will use and sometimes will get stuck in. So that can be a problem. So I would just go for gypsum. It is better for distributing water. It holds the humidity way longer. That's going to be confusing, Tuga. I need to drink something. Damn. Oh, okay. Apparently my cola bottle was shaken, not stirred. See, Tuga, more people are happy that you're back. If you're going to continue like this, it's going to be temporary. But I just spilled a lot of Coca-Cola on the floor. It's gonna be sticky for days. Crap. Okay. I've done all of the ants. Does anyone want to see any other ants? Tuga, behave. I'm not gonna give that. Hey, Redford, what's up? I'm not gonna release that message, Tuga. It's a kids channel as well. The leaf cutters. Well, Redford, the leaf cutters took a bit of a hit because there was too much brood. So this pot is still full. This is the trash pile that they made in 1 week because these two outworlds are almost empty. But they are rebuilding the fungus. So, they are eating and cutting away. As you can see, they are already piling up leaves in the tubes that are just being brought to the nest. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a lot of trash, but they just cleaned out the pots, and I'm just really happy that they did. You're preferring the Latin names? CD's like, I had to say it. Is there anything else people want to see? Or are we just going to keep looking at Queen Sadie? Oh, wait. Hey, Sadie, they brought everything into the nest. Holy smokes, that fool. Why isn't it focusing? That's better. Yeah, that's too small. We need to figure something out. Oh. Yep. For the Metallicas, do you have only the substrate in the nest and in the outworld just sand? It's a mixture of a little bit of cocoa peat and the rest is just red sand. It's also in the outworld, but just it's not a lot. But they don't really need a lot for it because they also use materials from carcasses of red runners and stuff like that for their cocoons. So they don't need a lot of cocoa peat. What do you have under the nest? What's your hydration medium? Gypsum. You still have Nikos because my queen died and I tried 3 times. The Nikos are exploding. Talking about a setup that needs an upgrade. The Nikos. There's brood outside of the nest. I don't have the mesh nest anymore, Tuga. Gypsum is just way, way better. Yeah, mesh nests are out. White tongue is out. It's only gypsum, wood, and cork is coming soon. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to sell the monomorium. And yeah, I might need to make another Viv. But I want to make a Viv that is capable of housing bigger setups. Because my Darversa is getting too big. I want my Tetramorium to get bigger again. I want to get Rita and the Irritators into a bigger nest, but the Viv is starting to become a problem. So you don't have a passport, Sadie. Sadie, are you a bit shady? Thanks, Brexit. True. Yep. Tetramorium by Carinatum. Wow. You've never left the UK? Holy smokes. I still want to see more, but I visited most of Europe. I went to Canada, visited the US for like 1 day because I was in Canada. Still want to go to Australia, New Zealand, but pricey. Hello, CCSD. TCA, do you maybe know if there are ant stores in Scotland? Scotland, to be honest, no. Let's do a challenge. We start each one with a tube full. A tube full of what? Tetramorium? But I already have a big colony. Now you're just showing off. True. A lot of it was also work related, but I've left the US 2 times, even though I'm 1/1 the age of say. Wow, are you 8? Don't you know that Sadie is 24? Yep, same as Rachel. Can I send a picture of my Carabera setup and would you rate it? Mystic Sliver, of course, but you can join our Discord and there you can show all the setups that you have. We can talk about it. Well, I got a couple of split offs already, Tuga. We might need to do a race with another species then. 24 with a 20-year-old son. I was helping you. I'm old. No, don't say it. Don't say it. In 1 month. Then I'll be feeling old in 1 month. Yeah. Nah, 27 for life. And I've been saying that for almost 13 years. So, does anyone want to see any other ants? The kids will move out. Well, mine not yet. Yesterday I was 18. Oh, tell me about it. The Carabera is a bit tricky because I have to get the setup out again. And I have to move the camera stand and everything. So the Carabera is a bit tricky for now. Okay, guys. I think... Okay, let me grab the harps. And after that, we are going to end the stream. So, let's grab the harps. Our Harpegnathus venator. And the colony is doing really well. Just look at them. Hey, there's a male there. If that male... Oh, there's 2 males. So 2 males, yeah. I really need 3 males. They need to get into the nest because together with Lynn and Soyo Gecko... Well, Soyo Gecko and Lynn at the moment because I didn't help anything yet, but they have they are trying to breed Harpegnathus in captivity. So that's cool. So if I can get these males out of there, might be interesting. Because I don't see any princesses at the moment. Must have shed all their wings already because we had them for a while. By the way, guys, this setup is it's also a bio setup because there's also a ton of isopods in there. And there are red runners just running around freely. And the harps just open up the nest when they want to go hunting. Which I think is really cool. They are completely in control of this setup. Well, if they get to this piece, this is a corridor. Here I can take the lid off. So I'm hoping that I can get some conditions that the males will think, we need to fly. I think I have a gamma gate because I don't see any wing scars on any of the ants. So I probably have a gamma gate. But yes, this one is humongous. But as you can see, if we zoom in a little bit, there are no wing scars. Well, then it's these 3. Because they're all the same size. That one is smaller. That's not a big one. That one is smaller again. But they're looking good. Okay, I'm going to spin the camera around. Woohoo! So, thank you guys all for joining. It was a fun stream. A lot of people joined. Hey, Ebola! Thank you, dude. So, thanks everyone for joining again. And will they eventually eat the drones? Yeah, they recycle. No, don't turn the camera. Always at the end, Tuga. Always at the end. And only in the live streams. So, yeah. Thank you all for joining. I hope you liked it as well. I'm going to do a bunch of setup updates this week. I hope, because my kids still have their holiday. So I'm quite busy, and because I was on vacation, I'm behind on orders. Um, Luckily, I have babysitters for tomorrow, so I should be back on track by the end of the day. So, don't forget to check out Tuga Ants. The link to his channel is in the description. Don't forget to check out the Ant podcast. It's also on YouTube. It's really a good listen. Sadie's there. PJ Ants, Rachel. I've been in one of the episodes. Antimatters, Little Billy Bug are the two hosts. So, yeah. Yes, and see you guys next week. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you next time at the Crafting Ant.